The storm brings lightning, heavy rain, and hail across the county, and another storm is on the way this week. Good evening, I'm Shannon Handy.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Thousands of people had their power knocked out. Well, we got a break from the rain today. More is coming. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis is here early with your first microclimate forecast.
But first, News 8's Dana Marie McNichol has a look at the storm's impact and the science behind those powerful lightning strikes that really took all of our attention last night. Dana Marie.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone's eyes were on the sky last night, that's for sure. So take a look at this video. This is coming out of La Mesa. Lightning struck a palm tree behind a home and sparked a huge fire. Now, this is a rare extreme weather event for this area, so I took my questions to a scientist. Why did this happen last night? And the answer I found is related to climate change.
It's like a movie.
Last night, the sky illuminated.
I just keep seeing these flashes, so I go outside and lightning's literally just striking right above us.
People sent us photos from all over San Diego County. Bryant Tuck had perfect timing. He captured this incredible video from his backyard in El Cajon.
Spread just across the clouds like veins going through the sky. And you don't even see it touch the ground.
The storm vibrated around him.
Thunder was loud. It was really close. It was definitely shaking my windows and my walls.
Have you ever seen anything like that in San Diego in our area before?
No, not as crazy as it was last night.
Oh my God! It turns out that there is a scientific reason for this rare electrical storm, one that is related to climate change.
It was definitely much more intense than I would expect.
Jose Martinez Claros is an extreme weather expert with a PhD in atmospheric physics.
Oh my goodness, all the lights just went out.
He is with the Scripps Institution of Oceanography to track and study storms like this.
I could see that the atmosphere was very unstable.
He says yesterday's violent storm was extremely out of the norm for our area and attributes the extreme nature of the lightning to dry weather we have seen.
The worse the drought, the worse the storm. And we are seeing that very often with climate change.
He says the imbalance of the atmosphere after low amounts of moisture result in weather events like we saw yesterday.
The U.S. West is getting drier. The yearly distributions of precipitation all over the world have definitely changed with the changing climate. What climate change it seems to bring, in this case, there are prolonged periods of more extremes, extreme drought, and then ending in more extreme storms.
That was definitely the case last night. According to the National Weather Service, more than 4,000 lightning strikes were detected between San Diego and Orange County. And I did hear more stormy weather is on the way, so we're going to check in with Carlene for tonight's forecast.
That's right. We are talking about more storms as we go into that forecast over the next couple of days. We're going to take a break right now. Listen, Joyce, it's pause. It's a pause in the atmosphere. So we have that area of low pressure that is right over southern portions of Nevada. It's going to continue to lift towards the east. I got phone calls from friends and family across Arizona that are looking at those stormy conditions, even some significant weather advisories being issued, as well as severe thunderstorm watches across much of the state. We have yet another storm system that is looking to move in. Now, this one, it has a trough of low pressure, and that area of low pressure associated with that trough is impacting the Pacific Northwest. But we have yet another one that's going to move closer towards us, and that's going to bring in a chance for more shower activity. So as I mentioned, a pause right now, and that's going to stick around through tomorrow. Cooler than usual temperatures, a few passing clouds as well. And then we're talking about more wet weather on the way. It does look to arrive. That will be on Thursday night into Friday. The best chance looks to be in the morning hours for more wet weather, but this low is going to be different than the one we just had. I'll explain why coming up in your complete forecast. Carlo?
An 18-year-old man is in jail accused of molesting girls at 2 local stores. Tonight, investigators are looking for witnesses or more potential victims. Police say David Corona molested an 11-year-old girl at the Target in the 5600 block of Balboa Avenue last Friday night. Then on Sunday evening, they say he molested a 13-year-old girl at a Goodwill store on Girard Avenue. Corona is described as Hispanic, medium complexion, about 6'2", 180 pounds, with thick black hair and brown eyes. He's due in court to be arraigned tomorrow. Anyone with additional information is urged to call San Diego Police or Crime Stoppers at 888-580-8477.
After months of dealing with meeting disruptions and personal threats, school boards across San Diego and beyond are asking for help. Most of the backlash is related to mask and vaccine mandates. Now, the California School Boards Association is calling on state and federal officials to step in. They sent Governor Newsom a letter asking him to encourage local law enforcement agencies to help when needed before things get any worse for administrators. The National School Boards Association has also called on President Biden and the FBI for help.
Like so many other institutions and industries, San Diego public schools are feeling the squeeze of the labor shortage.
And now, as News 8's Tim Blodgett reports, smaller districts are finding a more reduced labor pool than ever before.
From Mount Laguna, the Mexican border, into the edge of Imperial County, the Mountain Empire Unified School District covers a huge section of San Diego County.
I mean, we have 8 substitute teachers to cover 660 square miles of schools. You know, I mean, we're a small school district enrollment-wise, but we're massive as far as our area that we cover.
Superintendent Patrick Keeley is responsible for the district's 6 middle and elementaries and the single high school. After a year of difficult distance learning, some teachers switched districts, retired, or moved on to other careers. Keeley says just in the last year, they've had to hire 80 new people, from teachers to custodians. There are still plenty of job openings. Substitutes are some of the hardest to hire.
The pressures of coming back full-time, needing additional training and things, but without subs, you can't get people out to train to improve something that they might want to improve upon.
Keeley says Mountain Empire is always in competition for quality subs with neighboring school districts, though offering better pay and incentives isn't worth the long drive for some.
If you're living in El Cajon, well, you have Lakeside, you have Santee, you have the Grossmont District, you have La Mesa, all within 10 miles. You know, whereas I've had people refuse a job interview and they're driving up from El Cajon, and that's only 30 minutes.
San Diego Unified School District, the largest in the county, has also acknowledged the substitute shortage, saying, quote, "We have offered hiring bonuses and other incentives to continue attracting the best teachers. So far, the substitute shortage has not impacted operations." While San Diego Unified might not be dealing with staffing issues at the moment, the county's rural schools have plenty of openings, fewer staff to give San Diego's kids the best learning experience possible.
A teacher is the #1 factor in a classroom for learning.
Tim Blodgett, News 8.
Thanks, Tim. Governor Gavin Newsom visited a Fresno County elementary school today where he signed a nearly $124 billion education package. The plan provides free, high-quality pre-kindergarten for all 4-year-olds. It also invests $10 million to expand dual language immersion programs and nearly $2 billion to seed college savings accounts of up to $1,500 for low-income students, English learners, and foster and homeless youth. Johnson & Johnson is asking the FDA to approve a booster of its COVID-19 vaccine. J&J researchers say data from their studies shows boosting the single dose at 2 to 6 months provides greater protection against moderate to critical COVID symptoms. In the request, Johnson & Johnson leaves it up to the FDA and the CDC to decide who should get the vaccine and when. The FDA already has a meeting scheduled for next week to discuss boosters for Johnson & Johnson as well as Moderna.
An independent panel of doctors will now be watching County Board of Supervisors meetings to fact-check what they say are false claims mean about the virus. The meetings are broadcast live and streamed online and often attract a lot of speakers with various and sometimes controversial opinions.
It's really frustrating to watch people come down and present themselves and say things that are just objectively not true. But what is so incredibly heartbreaking is the people who believe that information and make a bad decision, and it can cost them their lives.
The new fact-checking follows an August resolution passed by the county declaring COVID-19 misinformation a public health crisis.
A former Facebook employee turned whistleblower testified before Congress today.
As Skylar Henry reports, Frances Haugen says she believes the social media platform harms young people.
They're paying for their profits right now with our safety.
Frances Haugen testified before a Senate subcommittee Tuesday about the need for greater oversight and transparency of Facebook.
The choices being made inside of Facebook are disastrous for our children, for our public safety.
The whistleblower worked as a product manager on Facebook's civic integrity team, but left the company earlier this year.
Regularly, integrity actions, projects that were hard fought by the teams trying to keep us safe, are undone by new growth projects.
Haugen told lawmakers Facebook and Instagram use algorithms to target teens, exposing them to dangerous content that could make them develop eating disorders.
Facebook understands that if they want to continue to grow, they have to find new users. And the way they'll do that is by making sure that children establish habits before they have good self-regulation.
By hooking kids.
By hooking kids.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are united in condemning Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and vowed to enact reforms.
Here's my message for Mark Zuckerberg. Your time of invading our privacy, promoting toxic content, and preying on children and teens is over.
Facebook pushed back against Haugen's testimony in a statement, saying they don't agree with her characterization of the many issues she testified about.
If Facebook wants to discuss their targeting of children, I am extending to you an invitation to step forward, be sworn in, and testify.
The company says it agrees it's time to create standard rules for the internet and has called on Congress to act. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Haugen has also filed complaints with federal authorities. She claims Facebook's own research shows that it amplifies hate, misinformation, and political unrest, but the company hides what it knows.